The Iron Patriot being there to stand before Doom, Goku sees it as no point for him to fight anymore and tells him that I think he's got it. However, Patriot has another idea. He'd rather Goku fight because he can get some backup this way and they can stop the Infinity Stones. To which leaves Goku to ask where in the world the Dragon Balls are. He he thought Bulma said they had been gone missing. So Iron Man doesn't know, and Doctor Doom elaborates that didn't he hear Jiro has just ran off with them, which leaves us with a pondering question of where's Jiro, and did he really leave? Not to mention, Iron Patriot runs back and then sends a wave of cosmic energy at everybody and warps them and says that if this much power gave him so much of a fighting chance that even Goku thinks he's almost as strong as him, then what could it do for some of these other fusions? As we then behold as Iron Patriot stands with his entire fusion army ready to take on Doctor Doom for the final push. Everyone stands before Doctor Doom, ready with their most powerful form yet, imbued with cosmic energy from Iron Patriot, and Goku cheering them on. He then gets ready to continue the battle with Doctor Doom. However, Doctor Doom isn't having any of this and tells them that the next attack he does will be the one to erase the entire universe. However, we then cut over to Dr. Gero, who has the Dragon Balls and is secretly watching on, and tells Dr. Doom that no, he won't. He helped design the armor that allows Dr. Doom to use those Infinity Gauntlet. So, the moment he tries that, he's going to be in for a rude awakening. Which we then cut back to the battle with everybody diving in at Dr. Doom and him being able to overpower everyone, and him and Iron Patriot clashing, and Iron Patriot tries to swing at Dr. Doom, but he misses, and Dr. Doom laughs and throws him off before snapping his fingers. Nothing happens. Iron Patriot is revealed to have stolen the Soul Stone and tells the X-Man fusion to hold on to it. As everyone else dives in, Dr. Doom only has 5 of the Infinity Stones rather than the 6, which really isn't a hindrance when you're God, but they dive in and they keep going and fighting until Goku decides that the best way to do it is to break the armor. However, Dr. Gero lets Goku and the Fusion Army strike him down and take him out, and which means without that last gem, the armor is incomplete and not as strong as it was, and they managed to finally defeat Doctor Doom, sending the Infinity Stones scattering around. Which, as we then see them confiscate the gems, as Goku looks at them and ponders putting them on Thor's hammer and then using it. However, Iron Patriot convinces him otherwise. He then hands it to them, and then they go back to Avengers Tower to discuss what in the world they're going to do and how are they going to find Gero. Everybody ponders what they should do about Dr. Gero running around rampant. Dr. Gero himself has the Dragon Balls, and he knows that the Infinity Gauntlet is taken by the Avengers. So he's backed into a corner and doesn't know what to do. However, he does have one last backup plan since Android 21 failed, and that Dr. Doom had failed even with the Infinity Gauntlet, which leaves him to want to speculate. And he gets caught up in his own ego and does something foolish. Anyways, back at Avengers Tower, everybody's discussing about the loss of life that they have, and Goku asked 2 questions. 1, where was the Hulk? And 2, why not just use the Infinity Gauntlet to fix it? Well, that we see that Iron Man, now defused from everybody else, says that the X-Man fusion had dropped the Soul Stone when Dr. Gero ambushed him. So he has the stone now. They can't fix the world, and they can't separate them now. The Infinity Gauntlet itself might not even be able to. It might take those Dragon Balls as well, which is also in Dr. Gero's possession. So they have no idea what in the world they should do. So Goku also asks, "What about Doctor Doom?" The Hulk also explains that he was on Earth and didn't want to go out into space because he can't breathe out there very well. Anyways, what are they gonna do about Doctor Doom? Doctor Doom has been taken by the Living Tribunal and others to be judged for his crimes since he used the Infinity Gauntlet, which is not against the rules. It's killing Galactus that was against the rules. So now a new Galactus has to be chosen. So Goku and everyone sit on their hands and wait until a knock at the door is heard as Dr. Gero is literally at the doorstep of the Avengers and says he surrenders. And everyone immediately not depower, but like take in Dr. Gero, and they lock him up. They lock him up and question him and wonder what in the world's going on, and they have no idea what to do with him. And so Dr. Gero says he surrenders. He just wants to go home. And Goku even comes in and asks him like, "Why do you hate me so much?" All this. And as Dr. Gero is explaining, Goku is secretly trying to read his mind and learn what in the world's going on. And Goku asks where are the Dragon Balls, and Dr. Gero says that they're in his bag that he had. And when they check it, they just find stone balls. And Goku's like, what in the world do you mean? These aren't the Dragon Balls. What did you wish for? And he says that he found a way to get back at Goku and get revenge on the Red Ribbon Army, along with taking out everyone in this wretched universe as well as his. And Goku questions, what did he do? As they then hear a rumble and they see in the sky eternity being sucked into a hole and torn apart. We then see Dr. Gero has wished for the dead zone to be opened back up. And in this world, it's also ripping apart both universes, which will end in another version of the incursion, with this being the main push and explosion that sets them off. Goku and everybody have no idea what to do, and there's nothing they can do to stop this. And Goku looks at Gero angrily and punches his head off. Yes, very dark. Then they turn to Iron Man, and Iron Man and him are like, "Oh my god, what are we gonna do?" Iron Man and Goku fly up as close as they can to the dead zone without being absorbed into it. And Iron Man asks what in the world it is as he scans it. And Goku says that he's encountered it once before, but he never really knows. Basically, think of it as a black hole that'll destroy everything if it keeps going. And Goku tries everything. He uses Thor's hammer to fire into the blast. Nothing happens except it gets absorbed. And nobody can figure out what's going on. He turns to Iron Man as Iron Man's like, "Hey, you know that this is made of unstable quantum particles." Goku says he has no idea what he's talking about. And Iron Man says that it means that they need a quantum source powerful enough to stabilize it. Basically, if Goku goes into it, given its current position, this is not how the normal dead zone works, but this dead zone would technically, if Goku and Gero went into it, would stabilize itself and possibly separate the world, saving everyone. This could be their chance to stop everything. Goku says, "What about his Earth?" And Iron Man says, if they don't stop this, there won't be no Earth to bring back. So Goku shakes his hand and says it's been an honor to meet him, and that if he can find a way, he'll try to undo the damage done here. He then shoots up. He then grabs the Soul Stone and brings Gero's body back into it, and he uses his ki to sort of mount his head on, and uses some cybernetics to also help, since he is, sort of an android. Goku then grabs Gero and says that he's sorry for destroying his army, but he's not sorry for protecting the universe, but now they have a chance to both redeem it. Jiro is confused as in what in the world is he doing, and Goku then powers up and flies in to the dead zone with Jiro in his arms, and the dead zone begins to turn blue and then explodes. We then see that the two universes have finally separated, and everything is still as chaotic as it was. However, the universes are separated. And then Goku eventually talks to Beerus about the whole thing, and he says that he would love to have visited this universes. However, if they win the upcoming tournament, they can use the Super Dragon Balls to repair all the damages done to both. To which this is how Goku and Vegeta learn about the Dragon Balls. Or the Super Dragon Balls. So they eventually do fight in the tournament, and now they're down one man. However, everybody has an art of fusion, so they kind of have a balanced squad, and Goku's stronger. He still has the hammer on Mjolnir, so that's a bonus. However, when they make the wish, everything goes back to how it was. Mjolnir goes back, Dr. Doom is brought back in the Living Tribunal, didn't mess with it, and even the Daishinkan and Living Tribunal are like, okay, this was weird. And then everything seems to be at peace as it is. Until deep within the depths of hell, we see a evil magician, Babidi, cursing Goku's name and wanting revenge on him. However, as he does, he notes that the events of Dr. Gero and everything has had a lasting effect, and wonders where that hammer had went that Goku was using. However, this is when a portal opens behind him, and he says, and the voice behind him says that this was a result of time travel. When Dr. Gero used the quantum realm, it sort of broke their time. However, when Dr. Gero returned, it set in force the main timeline that they know now. This is how Dr. Gero was able to get killed by 17, and so on and so forth. However, Babidi questions who he is, and the man says that he's from that very universe that Goku visited, and he wants to take over as a sorts. However, he's not sure that he has the time to do it, especially with no allies. But he feels like he would make Babidi would make a good ally. Babidi asks who he is, and the man says, "I am Kang the Conqueror." And I think we could start our own incursions and hold the multiverse hostage. Plus, he could give him a power boost, and they could start taking over the multiverse. And Babidi is intrigued by this and smirks. And so a new deadly alliance has formed.